Houston, we have a problem. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the mountain. Well, we got a problem going on. So we had to switch gears today and go ahead and prep the well for what's coming. And also take care of myself. I went uptown today. I went ahead and filled up another 100-pound tank. I'm on my second one right now, and I don't know how much fuel's actually in there. I'm thinking about half, but I went ahead and got another one just in case. Also went ahead and got some more supplies for the build. But I'm gonna get this tank unloaded, get it put over there in place, and then we got to figure out a way to insulate this well. Let's get to work. We could put man on the moon, but we can't make a lighter propane tank. Jeez. All right, we got it ratchet strapped in, secured. So one step closer. What do you think about it, Ryder? Are we good? You're playing? Let's roll. All right, next step, insulating the pump. A little visqueen. Had water in it, got all over my foot. That ain't good on a cold day. All right, next step, we need to get that insulation right here. That's some R13 insulation that I used in the cabin there from last year. The end of it got a little bit wet because of my temporary storage situation I got going on. But it'll work out real good to wrap around that well. Insulation. And some tape. I have a feeling we're gonna need to gorilla something. All right, guys, this project probably won't be too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this foam right here, go ahead and wrap it around all of the pipes, and then we'll take the insulation, wrap around the pressure tank, and also wrap it around the pipes as well. Then I'll take some of the visqueen that you've seen, put over it, that way moisture and stuff doesn't get in there, and it'll help seal the heat in. It's not supposed to freeze like real hard. It's barely supposed to get over freezing, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'm gonna sit in the chair today. My back's hurting a little bit. It might be from moving that big old heavy propane thing a bunch of times across the yard. But I don't have time to have a back problem. Winter's coming. We're gonna start with the lowest and work our way up. Well, it ain't the most beautiful thing in the world, but it is definitely insulated. I got it double insulated everywhere. All the way up to the points right there in the electric. The pressure switch is completely covered. The ball valve's covered, even the end. All up underneath, and every connection is completely covered. And even the water hose spigot, I cut a little hole right there, slid a piece there, and insulated it right there. That's about the best that I can get it with the little foam stuff around the pipes. But now we're gonna put some of this insulation, wrap it around there. I'll kind of tape it so it stays up, and then I'll put some plastic over that. And that should definitely be plenty to keep this thing from freezing, especially with it just barely getting over freezing. But definitely better safe than sorry, because that right there cost me about $8,000 earlier this year. And I definitely can't take a hit like that right now. Alright guys, I think I got it. It ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but this right here is going to be the warmest thing on the property tonight and tomorrow. I got it where the moisture and stuff can't get on the insulation. I got it like triple insulated, taped up real good, rocks all the way around it. And I got about 3 layers of visqueen wrapped around it. Now I'm a Florida boy up here in the north now, so I ain't taking no chances. But that right there should buy me some time to be able to get the walls enclosed and be able to insulate it and heat it up the way that it's supposed to be. I wasn't expecting to get a freeze in the middle of the week, in the middle of October. All right guys, well, I'll pick y'all up in the morning whenever we start back on the plumbing. What's going on guys? Well, it is cold this morning and I decided to get up and go to Mount Magazine. I wanted to come up here and see all of the different trees changing colors and to enjoy these spectacular views. And I'm gonna bring you guys along for a little break from the build, and then we'll get back to finishing that plumbing, waiting on the sun to come up, get a little warmer. That way it's a better working day, because it's like 30 degrees right now. It is freezing, but it is absolutely gorgeous. But kind of hang tight, check out some of these amazing views, and I'll get right back with you. All right, guys, we're at the next spot. It's a little lookout point on the side of the road. Check it out. You can see forever. It's absolutely gorgeous up here. All right, let's drive to the next spot. You'll be able to see all the leaves changing and stuff. And I'll show you the next lookout point, and then we'll get back to the mountain and get back to work. Come on. Good morning. Well, today is the day. It's a little bit cold out here this morning though. I think it got down to about 28 degrees last night. Don't worry though, I didn't freeze my what's happening off. The heater inside the cabin did amazing last night. I slept really good. Actually guys, the cabin's so insulated that I was able to actually turn the heater off before I went to bed, so I didn't have to sleep with it on, and woke up this morning and was still perfectly fine. It was starting to cool down a little bit in the cabin, but not too bad. I turned the heater back on and instantly back to nice succulent coziness. Come on. But before we get started this morning, I actually had some friends stop by.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Country Road Cure, for you guys that don't know them, I will put their card around here somewhere because I never get it right. But they stopped by. Huh?
Said I don't either. Don't feel bad.
I always get mistracked of where my arms are, you know. But they stopped by. I'm actually giving them these guys right here. These are some oil heaters that I bought last year. They're actually brand new. They still have the junk wired up. I only used one of them for one day. I actually bought 3. I did take one back to Walmart. I was just going to keep these as like a backup last year because it was a new heat system and I wanted to have something.
Yeah.
And so I kept these 2, knowing I probably wouldn't use them, because the problem is with them, running them off a generator, heat takes a lot of what's happening to run, and it was just really depleting my power usage out here, so it wasn't worth it. That's why I went propane. So these guys, if you don't know, is actually doing a shed to house, and they're right in the middle of the what's happening over there.
Yeah.
Drywalling, flooring, ceiling, insulation, painting, you name it, they're doing it. But they're getting very close to being able to move into their place, and winter's coming. Winter is coming, and they need some heat sources inside so they can continue the work and stuff and try to get their butts in there before winter hits. So we're all on this major crunch in different areas to beat winter. Me, it's like protect the well and to find a place that I can go do my what's happening in. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Warm place.
For them is to be able to get their butts in there and have a warm bedroom.
Yeah.
It's true.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hang out with my friends for a little while, and then we're gonna get going on that plumbing. See y'all in a minute. All right, guys, it's time to get it in. We're gonna start right up here on the highest end and work our way that way with the plumbing. So start with, we're going to go ahead and get the plumbing for the washer taken care of, and then we'll work our way down the line and put another joint right here cutting over there where the double outdoor sink will be. Then we'll continue on down the line and take care of the shower, and we'll do the septic toilet last. We still got a little digging that we need to do with Uber and a little bit of shoveling to get started, so that's where we're going to start for now. I need to dig a little bit more of a trench on the outside of the form boards right there to be able to catch the gray water that's going to run that way. And then I also need to do another trench right here to catch for the outdoor sink. But Uber will make quick work of that. Let's go ahead and get it started. That way we can get some pipe put together. All right, we got everything dug. It's a whole nother animal digging in the mountains than it is in Florida. There's rocks everywhere. Looks like the foreman approves. Do you approve? I got the okay from the foreman to go ahead and start measuring and putting these pipes together, staking everything down and making sure I get my drop correctly. Still a little bit muddy out here from the rainstorm that we got the other day, but it's definitely a whole lot better than it was. All right, let's get to work. Ryder's wanting some attention this morning, but I got work to do. Watch out, buddy. Making a mess already. Oh, look at that. I moved the pipe and there was a frog in the ditch. You might want to go, buddy. We got work to do here. Get it nice and clean. We want some good connections. All right, got those two primed up. It's gonna be real hard to get anything done with you wanting all the attention. I got to get to work. These people want to see some plumbing. You're supposed to be the supervisor and keep me busy, huh? It's hard to have a bad work day whenever you got cute little kittens wanting to cuddle. It does make it a little difficult to get some stuff done though. All right, Ryder, I got to go to work. I got to go to work. Say bye to the people. Say bye. And as soon as I got both my hands full, right back on the lap. I'm working. Excuse me, I'm working. All right, this is gonna be the offshoot that goes to the washer. I'm gonna put the washer on the left side, so whenever I'm doing clothes and I take them out the washer, I'm going towards the right to put them into the dryer. That's the plan anyways. It's gonna be hard to get it done today. All right, the next step, I need to get a little cut piece right here to be able to connect this and the vent at the end here that's gonna go up into the wall. All right, I got all the mud cleaned off. Let's prime it up, glue it in place. Oh, I'm gonna have purple hands. Purple hands. I'm gonna be looking like Barney by the end of this video. You gotta stay out in the work area, Ryder. All right, I just double checked the dryer to make sure that the door swung the way that I wanted, and the door does swing that way. So whenever I open it that way and I have the washer over here, the door won't be in the way of putting laundry in there. I've had a washer set up like that before, and man, it was a pain in the butt. And I don't like doing laundry, so I don't want nothing that's gonna make it a pain in the booty. And the Ryder's back. I guess this cold weather is gotten him wanting to snuggle, but I don't have time to snuggle. He's gonna have to wait. All right, next we're gonna put the coupling on. I'm using a very heavy duty cement here. This stuff is thick. You could at least help. You could hold something, hand me the glue, something. Next pieces we're gonna put is a reducer. And a little piece of 2-inch. When I'm pushing into plumbing, I like to turn about 1/4 of an inch whenever I do, and then hold it in place, let the glue set a little bit. All right, now here's where we gotta start paying attention a little bit more and go ahead and get it somewhat in place, because this piece right here is actually gonna be the vent that comes up through the floor, or comes up through the wall It's going to vent this main gray water pipe right here. And I also need to make sure when I'm doing it that this right here stays at a little bit of a downward pitch. Have my marks lined up. We're going to put another reducer. I'm going to go from 2-inch. So I need to put a little cut piece of 2-inch in here and then bring this up. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to reduce it to 1.5 inches because this is just going to be a vent. And there we have it. Now all I got to do is screw this on and then go up with 1.5 inches. All right, I'm going to make sure that this is level, and then I'm going to put a screw on each side just to hold it in place. So right here is the washer part. This is not actual size. This big pipe right here is actually going to come out, and I'm going to put the trap a lot lower and then run the pipe up to the washer quite a bit higher. That way it's got a lot of drop, so I don't have no flooding issues when the water starts dumping out all that water pretty fast. But right now it's more of a visual. I just want to kind of get it somewhat level. That way I can get a proper measurement from here to here to get this first piece in and work our way up. Looks like about 16 inches is what we're looking for, which might work out good because it might cut it down enough for us to be able to use this other piece right here. All right, we're making progress. We got the vent and we got the 2-inch drain for the washer. Now it's time to put the P-trap on the washer. I'm basically going to put it right here, right beside the vent pipe, because right over here on the other side is going to be a door to be able to get into the pump room. And this will also allow me to put both pipes going up in between studs. Now I'm not going to put this piece in yet because that's actually going to go up to the little box where you connect the water for the washer and dryer. So I'm going to hold off until I get the wall built for this. And then also I got some pipe dope and stuff to be able to put on all these connections, which you don't really need that with a P-trap. I will have an access panel on the back side over here by the pump to be able to access this P-trap and stuff if I need to. With the washer draining from way up here like this, there'll be plenty of force to be able to take it on down the drain. All right, this is pretty much all that we need to do on this end for the washer and the vent. Now we need to work our way down the line and actually put another connection to kick over for the sink. Making progress. It's warming up nicely too. Ended up being a beautiful day. I love it. All right guys, I got my slope about where I want it. I got it blocked up right over here on this end, about where it's going to come out up underneath the slab to the outside to start going that way for the gray water. I'm going to go ahead and backfill some of this section right here and cover it up a little bit to keep all this steady, because I'm about to have to do a cut right here to be able to kick over for the sink. So I want to go ahead and get this back spot that I'm already done with filled in. That way I don't have to worry about it, and I'm only dealing with here to there. Did I mention that I hate the bad end of a shovel? Come on. All right, so we got all of this filled in all the way up until about right here. As y'all seen in the time lapse, I used that right there. I was packing as I was putting it in, making sure that it's got a good sturdy base. Ryder's checking it out right now, make sure it's all good. But as you can see, I can stand on it and it doesn't move at all. You don't want, once you're putting in the fill dirt in here and the concrete on top of it, you don't want it to kind of give and end up having a belly in it, which will cause restriction on your flow. But I rechecked it with the level several times as I was doing it, making sure that I kept my consistent flow. So we're good to go to start on the sink. One step at a time, one step at a time.
Oh, I've been long gone, wanna talk to you. I've been hustling for so long. Oh, and I've been thinking about the past, and it keeps me going on. Oh, and I can't stop, no, I don't stop. It's only I can see. Even if I end up all alone, I know my destiny. My mama told me we all bleed the same sun. Oh, prejudice and pride don't make you change. Just always remember where you come from. 'Cause I know you were born to break the chain. So I'm on my way. Yes, I'm leaving today. Are you right with me? See, I'm living in that life. But I got a fire that burns so bright, from the back road to the street.
Alright guys, well, I had some camera trouble with that. Didn't even realize that my battery died. The batteries have been dying fast today, I guess because it's cold out here. But I got the shower done. I went ahead and left the pipe mighty long, so whenever I pour the concrete, I ain't got to worry about stuff getting down in there. I will end up taking some tape and taping off that, and that. That way stuff don't get down in there, animals or concrete or anything like that. I'm also going to tape up this end right here for now, because I still got to put a clean out in here and then run it that way. But now we have made it to the last and final thing, which is a completely different system. This will actually go to the septic tank that I'm installing. We're going to put the toilet right here in this corner, but I'm going to need to put some dirt in here because this is way too low. I had to put a ton of dirt in here, but it ended up working out. The sun is starting to set on me. It's been a long day so far, and I really want to get this toilet set in place. That way all the plumbing is done, and that way tomorrow all I got to do is focus on bringing in dirt, packing it down, and getting ready for that slab. All right guys, we got the toilet settled. Went ahead and got it in place. I'll end up popping that off and putting a piece of 3-inch pipe a little higher while we pour the concrete, and then I'll pull it out and then reset that. I just stuck a little cap inside there for right now. I'm gonna end up putting a clean out right here and continuing it that way. Same with over here. I don't have no more caps. I'm just gonna duct tape this for now, but I'll end up putting a clean out here and then turn it to go that way. I got the foreman out here checking everything out, making sure I did all right. But the sun is just about set on me, and I still need to take a shower. It's already going to be a cold one out here. I can't wait till this bathroom's done. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And the next step is getting some dirt put in here, leveled out, packed down, and call in the concrete. Well, until we see each other again, guys, come on. Let's go on another adventure.